Hey! You're on in 2 minutes, Mr. Green.
My name's Chuck.
Yeah. Look, I need you to sign this release form before you go out there. Oh, and, don't forget to include your next of kin.
Her name is Katie. Can you take her somewhere safe?
Yeah, I'll take her to the green room.
Go with the nice man, Katie. Don't worry. I won't be long.
Your wife in Vegas. I guess you suck at killing zombies, otherwise she'd still be around!
Save it for the show, shithead.
Zombies took our Willamette. They took our Las Vegas. But tonight, America, we're going to get a little payback. It's time for America's most dangerous game show. It's time for Terror is Reality! And here's your host, Carol King!
Send them a little message. You gotta be willing to risk it all if you're ever really gonna...
Capturing my audio. I hope it's capturing my audio. I hope it's catching my audio. Let's see here. Capturing my audio. Yeah. More or less. I'll look into it. Thank you very much for joining, M. It's very nice to have company, especially this late. Hopefully that'll balance it out. Plus, I'm not right up to my mic. I should probably set that up too. Might as well treat this like the real thing. I'm so excited. Danko bullied me into putting out a sweet 1,000 on a decent PC computer because he got tired of me not having one for so long. He quite literally cussed me out, and then I actually bought one right in front of him just to shut him up. And man, what a mistake I'm enjoying. All right, for. Yeah, this feels all right. I think there's a slight delay, but I can't tell if it's because these bikes are ass. I've had my fill on Lethal Company. I mean, I love it, and I'm just at that point now where the initial shock is gone. Well, you know what? No, that's not true. I've yet to, alright, I'll fix that. I've yet to, properly get into, let's see how that works. Alright, please let me know how that goes. Thank you for your input. I've yet to go into the latter, like the more difficult, crazier maps. So all my experience is with the earlier maps. And that's just because my friends and I just keep fucking around in the first map, so we don't ever get anywhere. We always waste money on stupid bullshit. But, you know, if Danko wants to play Lethal Company, then sure, why not? We may do a one-off, but that's his call. I don't know if he's as into those games as I am. Like, lately I find myself playing, like, all these dumb meme games. Like, I got into Fortnite when they announced Peter Griffin was going to be a skin. And I actually find myself really, really liking it, and I managed to get 2 of my other friends into it, and they're way more into it than I am.
But maybe you just don't know how to handle the tight curve.
And then what else? I recently also got myself an Oculus MetaQuest 2 for VR, which is going to be great when we get to Resi 7, because that one has like a first-person VR thing that'll be really fun, considering how scared I get at these games. Yeah, no, Lego Fortnite is better than it has any right to be. There he is, loving father.
The zombie rights group Cure is in the news again. The protest group has shown up in the adult playground of Fortune City, which was chosen as the site of the latest installment of the pay-per-view game show, Terror is Reality. The protest just compounds the problems of the game show, which has been plagued recently by tumbling ratings and controversy. Cure was on the site of the show to display their opposition to what they call the unethical treatment of zombies. Stacey Forsythe, the leader of the Nevada branch of Cure, had this to say.
MetaQuest, I've been playing with it for the past couple weeks. I've been dealing with motion sickness. I know Facebook has like a really bad rep these days, especially when it comes to VR, but I'm enjoying the system. I like it so far.
Doesn't feel very good, does it?
So, you know, credit where credit's due.
My family in Willamette. I'd rather just have them back. Hey, do you know where the green rooms are?
Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, there are games that are exclusive to Meta, but at the same time, I was able to hook it up to Steam. Yeah, this feels decent. There's a little bit of like a slight delay. Well, no, actually, no. This feels pretty good, actually. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I was able to hook up to my Steam games and like play some of my games through that. So, you know, it's not all bad. Bubble Bobble. Look, I have no doubt they're still making games. It's just... it's so funny whenever you hear like a game like that, Bubble Bobble, just like showing up out of nowhere. Yeah, why not? I don't really care about that save file. You know, those dresses look good, but I always wonder, like, you know, like we're in a nice concrete hallway here, right? Near like all the air vents. It must be pretty damn cold in here. My God, if she leans against the wall, she's probably like, it probably feels like a damn iceberg.
The ladies were a little disappointed in your performance tonight, Chuck. But you must get that a lot.
I think Danko... I'll try to convince Danko to play Dead Rising proper. Or stream it proper. We'll start with the first game, obviously. But we'll do that, like, once we...
Good night, ladies.
I guess catch up with Resi. You know, you don't want too many zombies. I feel like all we play are zombie-themed games lately. Like with Dead Space and Resident Evil games. I like how in the cutscenes the zombies are always treated as serious as they would be if this were to actually happen. It's like Yakuza, you know, a cutscene gun is so different from a gameplay gun. Alrighty. Hang on. Okay. You know, some say Dead Rising 2 is inferior to Dead Rising 1, but I think it's alright. And if anything, it was like my first experience with Dead Rising. I played the heck out of the multiplayer. Come on.
Katie? Katie! Get off!
I hope it wasn't recording the cursor. I really hate that.
Katie, it's me, it's Daddy.
It's happening again, isn't it? Like what happened when Mommy...
Shh, hey, Katie, listen to me. You need to stay calm.
God,
okay?
there's always
You need to
a...
get out of here.
a particular way that little kids are written that just kind of bugged me. Mommy's not coming home, isn't she? I don't know. I was a cool kid growing up. I never acted like that. Alright, Irwin. Where's all the sound effects? All the sound effects just kind of went away for a sec there.
Oh no, not again.
What a dilemma. Oh, another guy just joined. Thank you very much for joining.
Get to the safe house!
You can still play games for fun, dude. I think that's more a you problem. But then again, that's just my opinion.
We're gonna have to take our chances in there.
Like, recently, you know, I decided, let's play some Devil May Cry. And the way to play it is, you know, you either play it on normal or hard mode. Play as cool as you can, but you know what? I've had a long day at work. I'm tired. I don't really feel like proving myself to anyone. So, you know what? Why not go for easy mode? It's your game. Do whatever you want.
It's gonna be okay now, Katie.
Of course, I still pick normal, but still, you know, if anyone chose easy mode, I wouldn't fault them.
Why can't I get a signal?
She was looking right at me and they had her and I couldn't do anything. She went down without a sound and I had to get out
I'm
of
so
there.
glad they put me in the game. And true to my character, I would abandon my friends. Yeah, if you want to know what I look like, that's that model right there, that guy. Like she was already dead. Like that. That's as close to what I look like in real life. Pot belly and all.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on a second, son.
Well, I mean, I'm not as peach shaped, but yeah, what am I fucking kidding?
Listen, it's an existing condition, all right? It's okay. It happened a long time ago.
It's only a matter of time before she turns.
Hey, don't worry. I've got Zombrex.
Yeah, well, you better have a lot, because there ain't none here, and the rescue ain't coming for 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah, the reserves will already be mobilizing, but their first priority is
In
to
what
quarantine
regard
the
do I
city,
undersell
and that takes
myself?
time. They'll enter the city at first.
I don't know what
thing
part of the
3 hours.
conversation you're listening to right now.
Procedure.
So we're stuck here?
There's a couch in the security room. Why don't you take her in there? It's quieter.
Thanks.
You know, 10 years ago when this game came out, I remember thinking, that's ridiculous. Society wouldn't allow a game show for zombies to occur. Well, nowadays, I wouldn't put it past us. And then, like, yeah, if someone got bit, of course they'd charge you every 24 hours for a cure. 'Cause that's just where we live. We live in hell.
I was gonna get some.
Only this hell is obnoxious. This is the kind of hell where you can't buy a house even if you work a decent job.
You let me worry about that, okay?
Not to go too far in this direction, but I remember, like, I read something... Or no, not read, excuse me. I watched a video...
How long have you been listening?
Of, like, this guy who worked for the courthouse. He works as a lawyer.
There's a pharmacy.
And granted, I know, like, they're... Like, you know, when you start off as a lawyer, you're not exactly making, like, huge bucks. So, I mean, like, maybe he's a public attorney or something like that. But still, it's kind of crazy that he was a... You know, Monday through Friday, he's working as an attorney. And then on the weekends, he's working as an Uber driver to make himself a little extra cash. Like, I'm hoping he's doing it because he's bored.
There's closed-circuit cameras all over the city. These monitors are playback only, but I'll keep an eye on them. Chuck, if you find anyone alive out there...
I'll do what I can. Keep an eye on my daughter, okay?
I cannot wait to make this guy look less cool than he is right now. God, the PSP. Seeing that makes me sad. PSP should have done better, man. Sony really fumbled the ball on that one. Like, seriously, that was a good system. And there were some good games on it. They legit had a shot. They just dropped the ball. So many axes. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm just looking around for stuff to build later.
Thanks so much for keeping me safe.
Well, then again, it's not like I'll have access to it. So I think the Psycho Mask is part of DLC, but I do know the prison outfit is, I forget which ending it's attached to, but that's if you complete the game. And I think that's the ending where Chuck gets arrested. Because, like, in this game, he's framed for starting the outbreak.
How's it going? Right on.
I shouldn't have skipped that cutscene. Maybe someone would have liked to have seen it. You know what? Just for you, whoever you are out there, I'm gonna do you a solid. Because I would like to see it at least once. Alright, that was for you. Godspeed, you wonderful soul, you. Oh, shit. I forgot this was here. This is valuable. This makes the best weapon in the whole game.
Perfect.
We won't use it yet, though. Really? Right off the bat. I like this game, but I will say this. I like the movement in the first game more. Like, it was using the, God, what was it? It was an engine that was used in Devil May Cry 4, and I think it was used in Resi 5. Shit. And it was used for Dead Rising. I think it was MT Framework, but I'm not too familiar. It's not ringing any bells right now, but it was a decent enough engine, and it allowed the characters to be very fluid in their movements. This was made with a custom engine from, or maybe an appropriated engine from Blue Castle. And I think the animations get the job done in this game. It's just, they're a lot stiffer. They're not nearly as exaggerated as they could be. I feel like when Chuck's swinging his axe, like, you know, right here, like, I think Frank would have, like, a little bit of a wider and more exaggerated arc. Like, I feel like there were different priorities animation-wise. And granted, this game can get goofy. It's just, I feel like Blue Castle missed something when it came to the animations. Like, you know, the cutscenes, it's fine. You know, make your characters move as realistic as you want them to. But when it comes to gameplay, you know, like I said, it's Yakuza cutscene versus gameplay. Go as crazy and as out there as you want, because this is the kind of game that should allow it.
Where's the safe? Come on! Don't lie to me!
We don't have a safe!
Don't lie!
Hey, dirtbag, let the lady go. Why don't you mind your own business, old man? Exactly what I'm doing. I'm just here looking for some Zombrex.
Well, you're definitely gonna need some painkillers when I'm done with you.
Well, talking to you is giving me a headache.
Oh, yeah? What say you give me some money, and I'll go get some for you?
Yeah, give us some money, Grandpa. We'll help you out.
How about it, Grandpa? You got any money?
Yeah, it was. I think MT Framework was used in the first Lost Planet, which, God, I really want to play that game. I wonder if it's on Steam. I remember I played the demo for Lost Planet 2, and I remember liking it a lot, but I think that was more multiplayer focused than anything. Was there a Lost Planet 3? I remember seeing a trailer for one, but I don't remember seeing any gameplay or anything from that. Like, Lost Planet just kind of came and went. Which is unfortunate, because I know a lot of people liked that first game. Like, I think the mecha was in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Yeah, I think the multiplayer was good. It's just, you know, I didn't hear anyone, you know, talking about it that much.
I'm so grateful.
Okay, so there was a third game. Really? For the 3DS? That's interesting.
Cool.
Although I'm not surprised. God, I remember when I finally got a 3DS. I got a hand-me-down from my friend who gave it to me. He dared me to do something, and Lord knows I'd do it for a free 3DS. I mean, it was broken and eventually, like, wore down in, like, what, a few years? But still, the short time I had it, it was a good time. Like, that was the most I ever played Smash Bros. In years. I also got to play the Zelda remake. So, this game originally came out on PS3, and I think Xbox 3... Yeah, Xbox 360.
Still there?
And this game runs smoother on modern hardware. Shit. But I remember it was stuck at a lower frame rate, and thus you could get away with a lot more. Like, you notice, like, how I'm getting bit by zombies left and right. I don't... Maybe it's just because I'm older and I'm just... Like, this is the first time I've touched this game in years also, too. Like, let's not discount that. But I don't remember getting bit nearly as much. And also, I remember the survivors could just walk right past the zombies. Like, God, like playing this game and playing the first game, like dealing with survivors is like night and day. Like seriously, like dealing with the survivors in this game is a breeze. And that's because like it was that bad in the first game. People complained about it that hard and for good reason. It was bad. I mean, their tracking was dog shit.
Keep moving.
Like, you know, I don't mind that she even got bit. You know, that's fine. That's the whole point. But, like, it was literally just their tracking. They could not get from point A to point B without it being a hassle. Whereas, like, with this one, like, we literally just ran across, like, a whole map. And she only had one issue, and I solved it just like that. That's unfortunate with the music. I noticed a few people left. That's okay.
Thank you so much.
It is Thursday night. People got to sleep. People got to go to work in the morning. Same with me.
Where on earth did you find him? Never mind. I don't want to know. There's still people alive out there. We can't afford to have any infected in here.
You know what? I think I might just focus on saving civilians. Yeah, just saving survivors and just, you know, fuck the story for now. I'll play the story if we ever play this game proper on stream. I'll do that. Sorry, Katie. You're fucking dead. No! Yes, she's gone.
You are my...
Katie ain't gonna live to see the end of this day. Whenever I saw some of the gameplay for Lost Planet, I just want to talk about that a little bit more. It always kind of reminded me of what I wanted a modern Metal Slug game to be. Because, like, it was like a simple third-person shooter running gun. But, I remember, like, yeah, it lets you, like, operate, like, giant vehicles, robots, planes, I think, like, a variety of vehicles, and, at some points, you could even tear the guns off the mechs and use them yourself. Ladies. Perfect. Whoop, shit, didn't mean to do that. What do I... Not like that. Jesus. Okay, you know what? I think I know what the issue is with the animations now. It's not just the engine. It's, Alright, so, like, let me pick this object up here and I'll demonstrate. Okay, so... Damn it. Okay, so this is a relatively heavy object. It should have some weight to it. It's fairly big. It requires two hands to swing. I feel like all the movement is coming from his upper body. Like from his shoulders. I think that's where all the momentum's coming from. Whereas I think it should be from the object itself. Like, I think there were a few objects that when Frank was using them, like, he would, like, if he carried a bookshelf or something, he'd toss the bookshelf, but then you'd also see, like, his feet take a couple steps, you know? It felt like he was being propelled by the object he was carrying. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it felt like he was being propelled by the object he was carrying. And, I'm trying to keep my train of thought here. You know what, fuck it, I'll do some of the story, I don't care. Whereas, like, with this one, it feels like, the objects are not really affecting Chuck all that much. Granted, like, not entirely. Like, obviously, like, I get a sense of weight when he's carrying an object like this, you know? It's not like they messed up completely. In fact, I wouldn't even say they messed up. Like I said, it was, it feels like it was more different priorities. Plus, these guys, they didn't have any assets to work with from the previous game. They literally made this one from the ground up. And that's why it took them, like, I think they had a entire dev time of, like, 4 years on this game. It's impressive they got it out this good. It's just unfortunate that they weren't able to, you know, to keep it going. For Dead Rising 3 and 4. Was 4 developed by the same by Blue Castle? Because like the first game was in-house. That was made, I think, directly by Capcom. But then the rest of the series was outsourced to Blue Castle, I think. But I don't know about the fourth game. God, this stupid hat. I do like that they just give you some time to just screw around. Yeah, like I don't even have any survivors to save right now. Because that's the point of the game, you know, just do whatever you want. You know, I wonder when that Metal Slug Tactics game is coming out because it's taking him so long to get it out. It was supposed to come out, like, originally it was set to... Shit. Oh, that's right. This is a mid to late 2000s game. Boy, oh boy, you couldn't do that now. God, I feel so bad. I think I told this story before, but my dad had a collection of Playboys. Like, he had, like, God, I think he had, like, maybe 3 to 4 years worth of Playboys that he didn't even hide it. He literally had it on his nightstand right next to his side of the bed. And, my mom was completely okay with it, you know? Until, you know, little me found them. The best part was I didn't even stumble upon them. My mom literally, like, what is it? She was opening the mail, and she was calling my dad, like, hey, your Playboy's here. And me, I'm just like, what's a Playboy? And my dad's just, he's just blatantly like, oh, it's a magazine where you can see a girl's titties. And I was just like, oh, wow. And, you know, like, that was during the first year where they let me stay by myself, no babysitter needed. And, well, you know, I knew where the magazines were. So, I found them. But that was before I knew how to, you know, do the rest of the deeds. So I just looked at the magazine. But God, I remember when my parents found out. Like, my dad was kind of fine with it. In fact, he kind of expected this outcome when he told me. But, my mom, she was pissed. Oh shit. I don't know if Playboy did any did any ads for for this game. I kind of got grounded before this game came into existence. Still. God, I haven't played this in like what, like 5, 6 years, and I still remember where everything's at. Like, you know, it's always fun when you come to a game like this. It's like coming home, you know? Like, Bully. Bully's one of my favorite games ever, and I just... Man, I have that entire layout memorized. And that's because Rockstar did such a good job on, I forget the exact terminology, but just making a map. Just making a really good, interesting playground. This is better. Oh, that's beautiful. God, it's like I'm at home again. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, Street Fighter 4 Blanca. God, that wasn't his best look. What can I get for my kid? There's got to be something here my kid will like. Perfect. Shit, do I still have the... Okay, yes I do. Alright. I thought I dropped the horsey. Oh, shit. I didn't see that. God, I've run out of stuff to talk about right now. Usually I'm not a solo act, so Danka's usually around to bounce stuff off of me. You know what? Let's talk about games that we played when we were younger. So what was it? It was this game. I played a lot of Bully. Grand Theft Auto wasn't within my purview, so I can't really say that. Oh, you know what? I played Metal Gear 4, Metal Gear Solid 4. People have their issues with that game, but I remember I loved it. I love that game because it was the game that dared to try. The game... Excuse me. The game that dared to answer all the questions and end the insane plot that is that is the Patriots. Who are the Patriots? What a question that shouldn't have been answered. But you know what? I'm glad they answered it. Even now, I'm happy that game was made. I'm glad things turned out the way they did. You know what? I hated the fact that Snake became Old Snake. I love Old Snake now. That is the best decision they could have made. I'm not kidding. I love that they after the credits, after the literal credits of beating that game, like they decided to have a surprise 40-50 minute cutscene at the end And you know what? It was like the best, most legitimately tear-jerking ending I've seen in a while. There's a lot of endings that have yet to top that one for me. Oh, okay, we're doing this?
Hey, honey. I told you I'd get some Zombrex.
See, that wasn't so bad, Dad.
You sure are Daddy's girl.
God, I wish Case Zero was available.
Look, Dad, I got a new power in Mega Man.
Like, Capcom does not give a shit about any of the ports for Dead Rising 2. They just do not. There were two bits of DLC that were really good. One was Case Zero, which had Frank playing in a small playground, in a whole brand new map. Like it was, I think it was like outside somewhere in Las Vegas. And it wasn't that long. I think you could beat it in like a couple hours, and it only had one boss. But still, it was pretty cool that they even did that, and it was cool too because that came out before the actual game was released. So if you leveled in that mode, you could bring your level into the actual game. And then there was another DLC called Case West, which brought back Frank West, and he became your AI-controlled companion. And he was pretty cool too. And it was just, the novelty was just these two main characters interacting with each other. And I think it was a little bit longer, but for the most part, I heard nothing but good things about that DLC. And it's just gone. Unless you already bought it. Oh, hell, I think there's people who bought it that are still having issues. But either way, like, I don't know if the Xbox 360 store is still around. I doubt it is. So yeah, you can't download it from there. It's not available on Steam. It's not available on the ports for the PlayStation 4, which is what you're seeing here.
No way.
It's funny because like what you're seeing here are two bits of, or like the mask is from a DLC outfit. So it's not like they couldn't have included that.
Why are they saying
But they just flat out didn't. I don't know if maybe they lost the assets or
After I lost my wife.
maybe it was just too much trouble or what.
Look, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but I'm being set up.
I mean, granted, like I think Case Zero and especially Case West was exclusive to the Xbox 360.
We were in town protesting.
So maybe that's the reason why. But even then, it's like,
believe me?
That's a Microsoft-owned console. You can't put it on. You can't put it on a PC. I mean, I know you're putting it on Steam, but you can't put it on by extension PC.
That's how much time
where Microsoft reigns supreme. Like, come on.
The tape she had, it's a complete fake. She said she had a source. Whoever that is must know more. I need to find out where she got it.
She said she was in the hotel. I'll keep an eye on your daughter. I won't say anything to her. I don't want her to worry.
God, Chuck has such a 90s Capcom look. You know, I'm going back to his default. Get out of this ridiculous getup. Where the hell's Katie? I need to give this to her. There we go. Let us see. There he is. There he isn't. Oh, that just completely strips you. I don't think I was able to get the rest of the armor. You have to play like poker to get this helmet. And I forgot what I had to do. I think I had to buy that beard. This is good enough. I still see that we have some people watching the stream. I appreciate y'all sticking around. I hope my commentary is at least moderately entertaining, or if at least, like, you know, if you're working in the background or something like that, trying to do other stuff, you know, that's perfectly fine. I just appreciate that people even give a damn. Like, I know it must be odd. Like, this is Danko's stream, and he's giving me permission to stream on my own. It's just, you know, I'm not exactly what people people subscribed for. Hell, sometimes I actually legitimately worry if people get annoyed at me when it comes to these streams, because I know I can be a little bit abrasive. I know I can be very inappropriate. I certainly have takes and opinions. Not wildly crazy ones, but, you know, like, there have been a few times where someone's batted an eye at me. And also, like, one thing I know for certain, I peek that fucking mic every time I scream. But I just, whenever I play those horror games, I just can't help myself. I'm a wuss.
Keep close.
Shit. You know, it's funny that they went the route. Oh shit. This is a delicate situation. Got him.
Stick with me.
I'm humming and trying to keep a consistent talk, so that way I can, you know, also gauge how well the audio is doing. But also, oh hey Antonio, how you doing? Also, I want to see if I can carry on a conversation by myself, which we've been streaming for like what, nearly an hour, and I seem to have managed to keep one going. I know I'm not exactly as active or as performative as I usually am, but it's almost midnight and it's been a day. I didn't even plan on streaming tonight, but I got excited when I finally got the Elgato working, because I was having audio issues and I finally fixed them. It's always a simple fix too. I love that it's always like a real simple fix that's just getting in the way, you know? God, that skateboard just can't take shit. Oh, man. So, to the couple people who are here, you guys ever played this game? You guys familiar with Dead Rising at all? Got anything to say about it? Come on, give me some talking points here. I'm sure something will come up, but I'd really like some engagement. Just to know that you're alive, that you're breathing, that you're A-okay, that someone loves you. I want to be the serenade that tickles your ear. You know, it's funny. I actually, when I finally got to play the first Dead Rising, one thing that I actually really thought I really liked that I didn't think I would was the camera system. And you know, now that I'm playing this game, it really is kind of a shame that they ditched it. I mean, granted, when they did the remix, which was what was it? Off the Record, where you play this, where you play 2, but with Frank West, and they change up some of the how the gameplay works, like how the zombies operate, how some of the survivors operate. Oh, hello. There he is. There he is. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the camera system. I actually really liked it. It's really fun to just contrive a bunch of situations where you get a bunch of points. And then also that boss battle with Kent and like how you try to impress him with your quote-unquote photography skills. And yeah, Off the Record kind of brought it back. It's just, it's so odd because it feels like it's such a, Jesus Christ, like such a strong part of the identity for Dead Rising. In fact, if they wanted to change up their protagonist, that's fine. It's just, I don't know, if they wanted to keep the same shtick, maybe you could have done like a tourist thing, where it's like maybe he notices an ad going like, if you have any news on the outbreak, please contact us and supply us photos or something like that. And Chuck could be like, well, I need the money so that way I can pay for some Zombrex. So maybe there's like an incentive there. But then, Antonio, you must be like way behind in the conversation. But I'll touch on what you said. What was it? God, I'm not paying attention at all. I feel like you could have contrived a way to get a camera in, you know? But still, like, it was pretty cool, like how in Off the Record, they let, whenever you did play multiplayer, you didn't have two Franks running around. The second player could play as Frank, or no, I'm sorry, Chuck. And not only that, Chuck retained all of his special abilities from this game. So, like, Chuck didn't suddenly have Frank's abilities. And I think that was really cool. But it was also kind of funny because, like, Frank would have his, like, professional photographer's camera. But then Chuck would have, like, a little Kodak disposable camera. Which I thought was really funny. Because, yeah, of course he would. God, Kodak disposable cameras. I'm so glad I live in an age where, oh, shit. Uh-oh. So glad I live in an age where my phone is my camera, my computer, my everything.
Let's go.
God, these two are having an event while Jesus Christ! That's your wife! That's your husband! That's your lover! God damn. Alright. Man, I think it feels like I witnessed a Final Fantasy VII limit break in real time. God, that was like watching a unicorn thriving.
Move it.
Okay, remember playing it, found it fun to play with the combined weapons, was never able to keep up the tasks. The boss were fun too. Yeah, I was surprised as to how well, like I remember seeing the trailers and I was always like, oh man, and I remember like them explaining like how the game would work where you'd have to go to designated spots to combine your weapons, and I remember going, ah, really? I thought that would get annoying, but no, like there's a lot, oh shit! Oh, I almost hit them. There was like a lot of really good weapons that came out of it. Like, God, they give you like one of the best ones straight up in the beginning, the nail bat. Like that's a really good starter one. And then they also give you a sledgehammer and an axe, and you get another equally good weapon. And they last a decently long while too. Like this game definitely was easier on you than Dead Rising 1. Dead Rising 1 I felt sometimes was like trial by fire. Like I don't think you could get a moderate playthrough on that game unless you were you grinded out and exploited the leveling system and got to like level 20 or something. And that's when you start the campaign. Well, then again, you can't start at level 1. It's just skill issue.
Stick to me. Stick close.
I will say though, the bosses did kind of embrace their more over-the-top nature, starting with this game. Granted, like, what am I saying? Like, with Dead Rising 1, like, there was like, what was it? The guy who worked at the grocery store. You know, this is my store. The clown. God, even the Vietnam War vet, like he was crazy too. Like they were, you know what? Fuck it, they were all over the top. But you know what it is? I think it kind of goes back to my talk on the animation of this game versus the first game. I think they didn't stick out so much to me because I feel like the gameplay and the characters kind of matched each other's tempo. Whereas like this game, you know, like Chuck operates and animates and moves just like a normal person would. And he's not exaggerated all that much. So whenever you get to that Chris Chan looking guy who has like BDSM wear and a giant chainsaw, well, I mean, he really sticks out compared to everyone else. And you know what? I think there's nothing wrong with that. Like that's the thing, right? Like if Dead Rising 1 didn't come out, I wouldn't be having this conversation. In fact, I'd be singing this game's praises just that little bit more. I think it's always interesting to talk about this stuff though. Like not even in a negative light. Like once again, I don't think how they did things in this game is as bad as what some people would say. I don't mind that they ditched the camera. It's fine. It stings, but it's fine. I don't mind that the animations aren't as cartoonish sometimes. That's okay. There was a lot of things this game did right. And, you know, and I certainly got my money's worth out of it back when I was playing this in, like middle school or whatever. It is Dead Rising 1 is a very flawed game. Oh shit, I didn't realize you were behind.
Bless your heart.
Okay, gotta do another one. God, there was a lot of annoying stuff the first game did. Like, oh God, Otis with his unskippable with his skippable transceiver. Like, like you notice how I was able to like skip some of the text as you're like talking to NPCs and stuff like that. Well, in the first game, if you're not aware, you had to wait that out, and the text would linger on there for such a long while. And maybe that was the point. What they were trying to do was like give you one little obstacle to deal with while you're dealing with a horde of monsters. But it was not executed all that well. Like, I think here it still kind of does what they wanted to do with the first game. It's just, like, for one, I can't just, like, bop, 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 tap out of the conversations. Like, you still have to wait at least, I think, like, a half a second before they let you move on to the next part of the conversation. But still, it's much more bearable. And then, once again, the survivors, their tracking in the first game was so awful. Like... Okay, so in the first game, the very first survivors you're likely to come across are the elderly couple on the rooftop. Like the very first ones. In fact, they serve as like a little clever tutorial. And there was this interesting thing. All you have to do is you have to guide them literally from point A on a small map to point B. And it's like literally just a couple feet away from each other. But their tracking is so awful that these guys, instead of like running straight to it or following your path, they would like run to the side of the wall, go in a completely opposite way, maybe get distracted by something. Like, yeah, God forbid you had to take these guys on a long stretch, and you will. They would always get distracted or held up by zombies. And I remember thinking it was so funny because like we're literally right in front of the safe house. All we have to do is like climb a ledge, and we're golden. I can just like hit one button and we're in the safe house. The side quest is complete. But these guys, there were like two of them, and they're like bumping into each other, not getting into a spot where they could climb the ledge, and this very simple task, which you have no control over, took like, I think like a couple minutes longer than it should have. That's how bad it was. It's really bad. You don't feel it in the first day, but once day 2 and the campaign begins, you really feel like all the flaws. Like, I remember thinking like, oh, this ain't too bad, but then like a perfect storm of things happened all at once, and I was like, oh god, this is hell. This is absolute bullshit city. You know what? Where is it? I'm looking for one particular thing, and it's around here somewhere. There's one special little thing that I want, that I know is here. Probably here. Ah, there you are. Nope. Yeah, there you are. Beautiful. I'll have to do something about that beard poking out. Good for you, Chuck. I'm glad you're having fun. Yippee! Oh, shit. But what was I talking about before I got distracted? Oh my god. That's insane. These were literally the same posters in the first game. That's crazy. In fact, I think this is the same exact layout. Oh my god, it is. I mean, the punching bags are replaced by these mannequins, but this is the exact same layout. It's kind of interesting. No, so, no, okay, so, like, you're probably thinking of the first day, Antonio, where they would give out tasks one at a time, but then, like, once day 2 rolled around, that's when you really had to, start juggling all the stuff that you had on your plate. I think, like, that's why, like, when you play that game, you hit level 50 and then never worry about survivors ever again. Just play the game. God, I hate this, because, like, you know, you're just gonna accidentally hit these guys. The bosses weren't that bad. In fact, I really liked the bosses from the first game, but one issue was that there were some weapons that were crazy overpowered, and sometimes you just couldn't help yourself but use them. There was like this chainsaw that you could get from one of the bosses, and yep, that you could get from one of the bosses, and when you use that on any of the bosses, you could just melt their health bars, and it would just kind of spoil things for me, you know. Help this guy. Oh, look at that helmet that they really want me to get. Well, it's not my problem anymore. I don't have to deal with that ever again. Let's go, everyone.
Move it.
Oh god, you know what? There was one boss, and I think you'd know what I was talking about if you played the first game. The prisoners in the courtyard, they had like a topless Jeep or Hummer, like some sort of off-road vehicle. And the 3 of them would ride that. One of them would be on a turret, while another one would drive sporadically all over the place. And one guy would be swinging with a baseball bat, but he wasn't nearly as much of a problem. And one thing that was weird was they made this decision that, so if you were good enough, you could get those guys trapped in a wall or a tree, and you could just kill them all way early on with very relatively mediocre weapons. Like if you knew, or no, I'm not mediocre weapons. Like if you knew where to find a samurai sword or an Uzi early enough in the game, you could very easily have the tools to kill, man, get off, to kill those guys really fast. But one thing that Capcom did during the development was, like after 24 hours, they would come back to life and start pursuing you again. And I imagine that would bamboozle anyone on their first ever playthrough, because, you know, you wouldn't see that coming. Why would you? It goes against every rule that the game's set. Once a boss dies, it's dead. But I think the reason why they did that was maybe a playtester mentioned that it's too easy to kill those guys. But then again, it probably would have been bad to buff them to the point where they're obnoxious. So I think Capcom made the intentional decision to bring them back. Like, you'd have the reward of getting them off your back and make escort missions much easier for like 24 in-game hours, but like then they'd come back as an obstacle later. And like I said, maybe that was the point. You know, it feels intentional. It doesn't feel like an oversight. Say what you want about Capcom, but I don't think they're bad, especially during that time. They were doing pretty alright in terms of their development. Whoops.
Hurry up.
He's fighting a zombie. Come on, get over here.
Follow me.
Look at that. He's struggling with a zombie. He didn't even get hurt. These survivors are awesome. And plus, like, there was some of the layout of the original Willamette Mall was kind of off. Like, there was just some stuff that wasn't as intuitive. And, you know, granted, like, Fortune City's kind of the same way, but I think it was a little bit more smartly designed. Like, I feel like a lot of these locations are made to loop in on each other. Whereas, like, Willamette had two giant parts of the map that were essentially just tunnels. One-way tunnels that would not loop back into each other. So you'd like, you know, go one way, reach the end of it, and then you'd be at a point where you'd have no choice but to just turn around and go back the way you came. But, you know, it was their first go at it. I will say it was definitely like that. I think Dead Rising was, yeah, it was a launch title for the 360. So, you know, it was setting out to show what next-gen hardware could do. And I think the models weren't as, like, they weren't using as many polygons on the models. In fact, the only thing that was next-gen about them was their textures. And their textures were at such a relatively high resolution that you couldn't tell. Like, they actually looked good on when you played it on hardware. But the magic was in the fact that they managed to, like, even here, like, it was the fact that they managed to pump all these zombies on one screen at once. And, like, have the game working at a fairly consistent frame rate. Like, something like that I don't think it had been done to that level until that point. So, you know, the first Dead Rising game is really impressive for what it set out to do, and it accomplished it. And became a really strong Capcom title for, you know, during the peak of its run. I think I'm all talked out when it comes to this game right now. So, I hope you guys don't mind if there's a little bit of silence. Oh no. In fact, I think I'm going to pack it in like maybe 40 to 30 minutes. It is getting kind of late. And I am tired. I suffer from like minor bouts of insomnia. There's just some nights where I just cannot sleep. And that happened to me like a couple days ago. Really? Well, I'm just going to deliver everyone now.
Faster!
Well, actually, you know what? I'm running out of time. I gotta make this happen now. Nice.
Still there?
And I think collectively in the past 3 days I've accrued a total of 6 hours sleep, which is not good. I don't recommend anyone do that. God, I remember I went 4 nights without sleep, and I was a wreck. Like, I remember I was a paranoid wreck. I was going to high school too, so I still had to go to school. And I just remember my friends seeing like the nervousness, the mere petrification in my eyes. Because, like, I did not sleep for 4 fucking nights. And that makes you antsy, that makes you paranoid. Even the littlest sound, like, sets you off. It is just, it's bad all around.
Keep close.
Now that's the bee's knees.
Bitchin'.
Okay, I better hurry up because I did not realize one of the guys was still outside. I do not want him to die. I hope it came from this way.
Let's go. Keep it moving. Don't fall behind. Still there?
Right on.
Jeez, he's almost dead. He should. Hopefully he'll survive the trip, though. Like I said, these survivors are much better than the first game survivors. Oh, thank God. Alright. Crap, I don't know where I'm going. Okay, Royal Flush, that's where I want to go. Okay, we're back. A dinosaur story, we're back. Ooh, that was bad. That could have been bad. So funny, an hour ago I was saying, man, I remember where everything is. No, I do not. This is a nice clearing. I'll give everyone a chance to catch up with me. And then after I deliver this batch of survivors, I'll go to the next story.
Stick with me. Faster.
Come on now. Very nice of them to give us that logo. It was very nice having you, Antonio.
Follow me. You know, I remember there was this reviewer I follow. His name's Dorkax. He's a really good reviewer. He makes fairly in-depth analysis on game design and all that. And what is it? No shit. Keep moving.
And I remember one odd complaint that he had about this game when he reviewed Dead Rising 2 was that they were using some of the same lounge music that they had in the first game. And I remember he said something like he couldn't believe that they were using, like, this game takes place like what, like over half a decade later past the first game, and he found it hard to believe that the same music would be used in these be used within the space. And I'm just like, guy, have you been to a Walmart? Have you been to a Target lately? Have you been to a mall? Because I think there's still stuff from like the 1980s that's playing on the speaker. You know, like I think I heard like Michael Jackson when I went Christmas shopping a month ago. You know, it's just, it's not exactly far-fetched. And maybe he's thinking specifically lounge music. Like, there's certainly, you know, it's funny, I actually do like lounge music a little bit. And, what was it? Oh, nice. I was worried that would get rid of the other stuff I had. Oh yeah, this will work.
Like, if you ever listen to like 1970s lounge or mall music, it's definitely a different beast compared to what we have now. But still, it's not exactly far-fetched to imagine that if a song's good enough and it's like timeless, it will be used in some capacity. If we were gonna ditch music at like after like a certain amount of time, we would have ditched Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas" like long ago. Like, God, that woman, she, you know, I'm not a big Mariah Carey fan, but I will say she really lucked out when she made what a lot of people consider to be the perfect Christmas song. Like, that just feels like a cheat code, you know? In fact, that's how like a lot of musicians make their fortune. You make like the one really good thing, and then like if people just want to use it forever, you just get royalties on that for the rest of your life, and that's it. You win. You have the right to do whatever you want to do, and you know what? Some people are envious. Me, I think we had a discussion earlier in this video where I was kind of against like some of the corporate. Oh, hey, I love femboys. Thanks for making that come out of my mouth. But I think the, what is it? What was I gonna say before fucking I Love Femboys showed up? Oh yeah, like, people making money by any means necessary. Like, if someone finds, like, the one workaround that enables them to circumvent, like, joining, like, a regular 9-to-5, if it allows them to just downright avoid the bullshit, then you know what? Good for them. I'm mad that I didn't come up with it first. You say it daily, dude. Well, Mr. I Love Femboys. Yes, I do. I will be honest. There were... God, like, what was it? Like, there were some photos that Danko showed me. That fucking degenerate. He showed me some pictures of really good cosplay, and I was like, oh, that's cute. And then, like, after a while, he was like, yeah, what's that down there tucked between his legs? And I was like, wait, he? And there was a big old 9-incher. What was it? Like, years ago, there was, like, this, God, like, it was, like, a couple years back. Oh, shit. With, this one cosplayer. He played as, like, he was cosplaying as, like, this, pink-haired medieval warrior or something. Like, it was like the gimmick was that they were like, I think within the anime it was like this pink-haired tomboyish girl, but then they found out the hard way that he was actually a boy, like a femboy, but he was like a really powerful warrior, and like this person cosplayed as that character, but then like he had like a Monster Energy drink right in front of his dick. And like this fucking delicate looking femboy had like this big 9-incher just dangling in between his legs. And I think the internet just went crazy over it. Just like all the writer, I guess wrong people came across his photo, his Twitter account. And I think it got so bad that man, who gives a fuck about Yandere Dev? It got so bad that the cosplayer just fled the internet. I think he like deleted his Twitter account. I don't know if he came back, but I do feel kind of bad because like I think people were also just harassing him.
Rebecca Chang, Channel 6 Action.
Or her, them, they, whatever they want to be called.
From the security video. I thought you'd be long gone by now. Since you're sticking around, care to answer a few questions?
I don't follow Yandere Dev, but I do know Danko has showed me the Pyrocynical cosplay, and you know what? I don't. Pyro seems like has like, to me. I've been to London. I've stayed there for an extended period of time for work, and I will say, Pyro looks like he's from there.
Reporters don't reveal their sources.
I don't know where he's from exactly. He could be from Ireland for all I know, but that's probably offensive either way. I'm gonna piss someone off.
That wasn't me on the tape. I'm being set.
But man, like when he put on that wig and that skin tight Zero suit, like man, he pulled it off.
Help me out, and I'll.
It's funny too because I think he did have like a girlfriend at the time, maybe the same girlfriend he had now, and she helped him with the cosplay.
Sure.
And you know, like I don't roll that way. Like, you know, like the femboys don't drive me crazy, but at the same time, it's like, I'll give credit where credit's due. Pyro did a good Zero Suit Samus cosplay, and you know what? That other cosplayer had a really huge dick.
Gonna need your crew.
Good for them.
They ran off with all the equipment.
Oh yes, she's from
I
England,
guess they
isn't it?
just didn't
Yeah.
want it bad enough.
Jesus Christ. I look like an insane person. He still has a girlfriend, and yeah, he draws porn. She draws porn for him, and also does makeup. Oh, she's a okay, not safe for work artist. God, that lifestyle just bypassed me entirely, and that's just because I'm just not into it. Like, I will say I am kind of jealous that Danko is just able to live his life as an artist. Me, I've got a 9-to-5 that I go to. I mean, like, I have some perks and some privileges that I'm really happy to have, but it'd be nice to just be an artist. But at the same time, I don't have it in me to do porn. I mean, I can draw it. Like, there were a few good pics that I made that Danko and I collaborated on. Like a few years ago, Danko and I did a collaboration on Helltakers, and we did Justice. The blind devil girl from that game, and Danko rendered it, and I did the sketch and outlines, and I remember people liked it. People really liked it. So I have it in me. I can draw a decent pair of tits, but like I just don't have the attitude. You know, like. Once, like Danko has the ability to draw a girl getting inflated, being inflated by a horse dildo. Me, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh man, I tried it once, and it was like the most awkward shit ever. And it's not like I had other people in the room. I was on a Discord call with anybody. It was just me, and I was just like, oh man. And it's funny because like I've seen my fair share of stuff on the internet, and you know, it doesn't exactly make me queasy. Like, I can handle it. It's different when you're viewing it versus when you're making it. And I remember, like, a buddy of mine actually asked me, like, do you jack off to your own stuff? And it's just like, nah. I don't. Because I know every single flaw, every detail, every line out of place, every bit of, like, what is it? Yeah, dude, where you been? Damn it. So, I can't jerk off to my own stuff, because,
Better get used to that view, Chuck.
You know, it's like when you mow a lawn, but you know there was one spot you missed, but
I hope I don't have to do everything.
you can't pinpoint where it is exactly, so you're just pissed off. It's that.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Just checking out the view.
He drew, like, I don't know where you've been, femboys. He drew one, like, this past week. And there's gonna be another. So... it's nothing wrong with seeing your flaws, so long as you fix them next time. It's okay. But what was it? I guess we're talking about art now. Yeah, no, I just don't... I can do it. I have the capability. But I just don't have it in me to draw porn on a regular basis. Or, you know what? How about this? I don't have it in me to draw some of the more crazier shit. And you know what? To my credit,
Here, let me
I
try.
think I just do like simple sketches these days.
You've got
I recently got
skills.
back into Photoshop and all that fun stuff just so I can start doing digital again. I've been feeling that, and I think I might do it again this weekend. I'm doing a game jam, so I kind of have to. But like, I like doing these small little sketches that I just post on Twitter now, and you know what? It's gotten me a fair bit of attention, more attention than I've ever gotten. Like, I'm not exactly like making mad followers. I think I only got like 740, which is like nothing in the grand scheme. But you know what? That's more than I've ever had. And you know what? For the longest time, my most viewed account was my NSFW account, and it had like 600 followers, and I was really happy when I finally surpassed that, because you know what? It kind of makes me feel vindicated that I'm doing what I'm doing.
No zombie did that.
And like I said, I only have like a small amount of people watching me. I don't exactly like. I don't exactly like, you know, do numbers or have the means to live off of it. But it is kind of nice when, like, even like a couple dozen people just look at your stuff and go, "Good job." Like, I think there was this thing I noticed on Twitter where it was like, what was it? Like, someone asked the question of, do you draw for your own self-esteem, or I think it was like something like, do you do it to build your skill, or do you post art to build your ego? And some people kind of view building your ego as a bad thing, but I don't really think so. Not at all. $100 for a fucking snack? You kidding me? I don't think like doing stuff for the sake of your own ego is bad, because sometimes in order to get yourself motivated, you really need like that ego boost. You need something to make you feel good. Hey, I drew this picture, and what do you know? Like 30 people liked it on Twitter. That's actually really exciting. Oh shit! I think I'm about to fail. Uh-oh. This actually ain't good. I thought that would be the end of the shit. This ain't good. I think if I just beeline it, I'll be fine. I think it's good to satisfy yourself, but just remember to always build upon yourself. I think if you take the best of both worlds, it's perfectly acceptable. Like, some people take issue with artists making money, like, you're doing it just for money. And it's like, what's wrong with having that financial freedom to do what you want to do, you know? Like, oh, you're taking off? Well, I guess I'll carry on my conversation. Ah, I fucked up. Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, I totally messed up. Oh god. Oh shit, oh fuck. Oh, this is gonna be close. There we go. Oh, thank God. Oh, damn. Okay, shit. Please God, please God, please God, please God, please God. Oh, thank God. Alright, I did it.
I should have known you two were in cahoots the first moment you set foot in this place. You caused nothing but trouble.
Cure is innocent. It's a setup.
After you put this whole bunker at risk, you expect me to believe that?
Hey.
Oh, well, looky here. Man of the hour, Chuck Green. Should have listened to my gut and kicked you out when you got here.
Sullivan, I had nothing to do with this.
I saw it on the TV. Saw you, buddy. Explain how that little trick works.
Wasn't me on the tape.
You think the TV would lie? TV doesn't lie.
I don't care whether you believe me or not. I've got 3 days till the military gets here to prove that I'm innocent. I'll hand myself over if we haven't gotten any proof by then. I'm just asking for a fair shot.
Ahem. You could have told me that the front door was locked.
Hey, you're that TV lady. make you a deal. You keep rounding folks up, you can keep coming and going. You die out there, and we'll have to leave it to the devil to sort you out. But ain't no one gonna cover your ass when the military arrives. You pull anything, and I'll do whatever I have to do.
What was that all about?
He watches too much TV.
Tell me you found something.
We went to Central Security, but somebody got there before us. Everything was smashed. All the tapes were gone. Hey, no footage of my daughter.
Stacy, I'm Rebecca Chang, Channel 6 Action News. I'm here to help.
Oh, you'll forgive me if I don't think it's very helpful that you accused my organization of a crime we didn't commit.
Look, I don't know what's going on
Got
here,
Battle of the
but
Beauty Marks over
clearly
here.
things are not as they seem. I put out the information I had at the time.
Remember, you can have all the exclusives you want if you help us figure out what's going on here.
Works for me, whether you're innocent or guilty. I just want the truth.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But okay, we'll work together. I'll keep an eye on these monitors.
And I'm going back out there to see what I can find out.
I'll let you know if I see anything.
Okay. I'm a man's man. Oh boy, I better do that. I do like how, I mean, this game can be mindless, but I do like how, especially in the first game, you really have to find ways to navigate around these zombies. Like, the first game was definitely brutal. I think the zombies were much more dangerous in that game than this game. But, especially when you had survivors, you kind of had to take stock as to where the crowds of zombies were located, or which pathway there was to take. And some of it was kind of set in stone. Like, I did notice, like, in day one there'd be zombies in some particular patches of the mall, of Willamette Mall, and then like on day two they'd switch it up. And same goes for this game. Like, yeah, like right here. I think that patch of zombies right there to my right is always there. But at the same time, like, this is the kind of game... This game is much easier and much more forgiving with, like, the zombies and the survivors, to the point where you don't really have to take that much consideration. Like, as long as you stay clear, like a straight-up horde of zombies, you and your survivors can get by relatively no problem. Like, I think if anyone stuck around and saw, like, what was going on, like, half an hour ago, some of my survivors were just straight up, like, running past some zombies, and then also, what is it, they'd get caught up in the horde, but then they'd shortly fight them off and make their way to me, no problem.
Couldn't get enough of me yet? Come back for my autograph? Oh, I bet you just get rock hard thinking about me at night, don't you, Chucky? You come to throw your panties at me?
Whatever, buddy. Look, I can take you to the bunker where it's safe.
Bunker? Where it's safe? Man, you are a pussy, aren't you? I used to follow you when you did motocross. But look at you now. You're a broken man. You just don't got it anymore, do you?
What's your problem?
Are you such a chump, Chuck? Hey! Over here! I'll race you for him.
What are you doing? That wasn't a zombie.
Yeah, no shit, Chuck. Twice the points. Harder to hit because they move around so much. Bastards.
You're crazy. This isn't a game.
You're right about that. That was just practice. Now, it's a game. Terror is reality, baby, for real. Live in Fortune City. I've always wanted to take you down, chump. But you need some wheels, Chucky. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet ride.
And then you get off the bike because you can't fight them with it. Kind of sucks. Oh, God. Yeah. Shit! Oh my God. Fuck's sake! Oh God, if I could have just gotten a swing in, I would have had him.
Chuck? You think you're the man? You'll never beat me! Yeah, that's right. Quadruple points, Chucky. Let's see you top this! Yeah, you take that! On top! All the way to the end! But never forget, chump! I'm number one!
Yeah, you're on fire.
And with that, I think we can call it for the night. Make my way back to the safe house and save. I think we'll be good. I mean, no rush. No need to get there, you know, as soon as possible, you know, we just need to get there. As long as we make it there, you know, one way or another, I'll be fine. God, I love it when, like, this game has useless bullshit. Like, I love this. What a perfect, what a wonderful item they put in the game. When it comes to the inventory, I'd say 50% need to be bullshit. 20%, or no, 30% okay. 10% really good. Maybe the rest, like, or yeah, 20% really good, and then the rest God tier. But yeah, majority of these things need to be useless. Because that's what makes them so fun when you finally get your flow going. You're at a nice point where you think you can just take on zombies with nothing but your bare hands. Do I have the car keys in this one? No.
Crap.
Thought I did. Oh shit. Oh shit. I didn't know they could do that. Aw, man. Aw, man, they took my whole fucking outfit. Oh, I didn't know they could do that. That has never happened to me before. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man. That genuinely sucks. Oh. Like all the stuff I had is like on the others, on like a whole other map over. And I just don't have it in me to to make my way over there. Jesus Christ, that sucked. Oh, damn. Like that was my outfit. Oh, they took all my weapons too. Oh god. That's the worst. They took everything. Take out my frustration. Worst day of my life. Perfect. What? Oh. Like, this isn't even the best weapon, but man, it's fun. God, I'm so mad. All that work gone.
Well, all right. Yeah. Cool.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Alright. Thank you to everybody who participated. I know it says just me at this point, but